King's Playground. Hooray!
This is the Deron Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Deron Harris.
All right, folks, I'm back talking about losing our fucking right to say what the fuck we want to. You know, it's going to change stand-up comedy a lot. I'm a comedian. You know, I'm a comedian. I'm a stand-up comic. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of comic friends. And it seems like the only comics who get to say whatever they want to say are these right-wing fucking racist comics down here on this Kill Tony set. You know what I'm saying? Down here with Joe Rogan at the Comedy Mothership and all his racist bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I just don't respect anymore. Not a lot of people in comedy that I just cannot bring myself to respect anymore. You know, and you might be funny, and that's cool, man. You're funny, but I can't respect you anymore because I know that you've championed, you know, for the incarceration of black people, the deportation of Latin immigrants, the incarceration of homeless people, the dismantling of protections for certain people in this country. And that's why they're called protections, because we weren't protected. We were being killed for a lot of the things. Charlie Kirk said that the civil rights movement was a mistake because we're here. So I don't got nothing nice to say about him. And while we're on the subject of radicalization, Charlie Kirk was radicalized. Just like Ben Shapiro, just like Nick Fuentes. They're all radicalized, by the way. These are all radicalized people spreading radical ideas around. You follow me? All three of these people, all three of these motherfuckers are radicalized. And they're sitting here, they have a platform with thousands of people, in certain cases millions of people, out there spreading this rhetoric that you're a loud black woman. You're mad, bro. You're mad. And this is to the other dude, Ben Shapiro and Nick Fuentes. This is to both of you motherfuckers. Y'all mad. And you're mad because you're inferior. You're mad because you're second, third, I mean, not even second or third. You're like fifth chair. You're not even mediocre. You haven't even made it to mediocre status. You motherfuckers ain't even mediocre. That's your fucking problem. You're mad. You're mad that black people get shit. You're mad that black people have black joy. You're mad that black girls have black girl magic. You're mad that black people are the original people. The black man is the original man. You're mad at that. And you're mad at us for that. And that's your hang up. But that's what it is. They got a hang up. So what it is, I need to talk about that. I need to talk about this in the forums around my own friends, because I can't say, I can't call people niggers in public. Yet. But watch what I tell you. It's coming. It's coming. For them, though. It's going to be able, they're going to be able, and I'm going to say this, black folks. This is for black folks right here. Hold the line, y'all. There's going to be some trials and tribulations in the next 3 years. Motherfuckers going to come out the woodwork. Nigger. All over the place. Okay? Hold your fucking peace. Don't let these motherfuckers shake and rattle you. Because right now, you see how they acting? They're acting erratically. That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying as much to disenfranchise. Oh, now we're going to take down everything that represents slavery. Okay, take it down. We know. We still know. Take it down. Just because there's no visual representation doesn't mean that we don't know. And it's only 4 years of you. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, it's not like the rest of the world doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? So whatever narrative you motherfuckers want to spin, y'all spin that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you guys are wrong, because everybody gets to have their opinion. You know, everybody gets to say what the fuck they want for now. But make no mistake about it. You know, you can say whatever you want, but we don't have to subscribe to your bullshit. Okay, y'all? Listen to what I just said. We don't have to subscribe to their shit. We could leave their ass over there by themselves, hoot and holler at the top of their, while we move on with real life. because they're living clearly in this MAGA fantasy land where, Donald Trump is just going to be the fucking president forever. And after him, it's going to be his kids. And then after his kids, it's going to be his grandkids. And it's just going to be like this the whole time. But in a minute, it's going to start getting bad around here. I mean, it's already getting bad. It's already getting bad. And it's getting bad. And the thing about it is, it's getting bad for some of these MAGA heads, but they won't say it. Because they're still hopeful that this man is going to come through on the promises that he promised. But he's a liar, y'all. You got lied to. Some of the things that you wanted to happen. He's deporting these fucking people. But a lot of other things is going to go by the wayside, y'all. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Him helping you motherfuckers out here on these farms. You might get a little bit of help, but eventually, you know why? Because he wants his real estate buddies to have your land. That's what it is. He wants your real estate buddies to have your land, to take away your livelihood so his real estate buddies can build houses that nobody can afford. Congratulations.
The podcast playground. Hooray!
Now, back to the Deron Harris Podcast.
So I was talking about radicalization before I went and took a break. So I want to really kind of break down some of the radicalization steps so that everybody can recognize when people have been radicalized, or if they're around somebody who's been radicalized. What do you say? How do you act? What do you do? If you're around somebody that you fear may have become radicalized, and this is for the left or the right. I don't care. In this forum, I don't discriminate. Both of them. There is two wings, two broke ass wings on the same fucked up ass bird, and that's all they are. The Democrats and the Republicans, the left and the right, the red and the blue, conservatives and fucking liberals. It's the same shit. You motherfuckers are just two broke ass wings on the same fucked up ass bird. And so let's get into it a little bit. Drivers and vulnerabilities. Before an individual, and I'm reading these things. I have to write some things. I have to write because I just can't remember everything. But some things I got to write. But before an individual even encounters an extremist group, certain factors can make them more susceptible to radicalization. The first thing is personal grievance. Personal grievance is like one of the biggest motivators for people to become radicalized. This can be a real or perceived injustice. It doesn't even matter. A person, like a person who's having crisis in their life a lot. Something that they're going through, like a loss of a job, or like a traumatic, like something traumatic that happened to them at the hands of somebody else, or even something like not feeling like you belong with a crowd of people. That individual sometimes feels wronged and they feel overlooked and they need an explanation. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for an explanation as to why things are the way they are. Why are things this way? I need to know why. And that's one of the things that can actually create radicalization. And the next thing is group grievances. And that's when someone, much like the personal grievances, is when somebody is part of a group that they feel is being wronged, like the LGBTQ or black people, part of a group. So group grievances can also, again, similarly to personal grievances, but the individual feels a sense of injustice on behalf of a group they identify with. This is a powerful motivator for political and ethnic violence, where the individual acts on behalf of a larger community. Okay? And then the need for identity and belonging. Many people, particularly young adults, are searching for a sense of purpose and a community to belong to. Extremist groups can exploit these feelings by offering a clear identity, a strong sense of camaraderie, and a shared purpose. So these people are like, yeah, I get you, man. I feel you, man. Why don't you come over here and sit down and talk with me and my homeboys for a few minutes? See what's happening. Or why don't you come over here down here to the Cracker Barrel, and we're going to sit down over here over some biscuits and gravy and talk about this thing a little bit. It's happening everywhere, on every side. Okay? Another thing that can radicalize a person, which, is lack of trust in the system. Lack of trust in the motherfucking institutions that we have in place. A loss of faith in political systems, the media, and other mainstream institutions can lead an individual to seek out alternative sources of information and alternative communities. And that's where you get this, that's where you get this fucking ideology from, because people get the further away, because some people, even conservatives, some conservatives don't, especially radical conservatives, like alt-right people, sometimes they don't agree with people that are conservative. They're not radical enough for these people. And that's the fucking truth. These people aren't radical enough. And that's what they're looking to do, is get these people radicalized so that they can further their agenda. Now, the journey into extremism is often described as a series of stages through the process that, though the process can be rapid, especially with online radicalization. There's a lot of propaganda. I mean, every time I turn on social media, there's somebody, God damn it, these fucking Mexicans, or God damn it, these fucking white people, or God damn it, these fucking black people. That's what's going on, and it's just rage bait. It's just bait. They take the worst parts of things and they fucking take so many things out of context. They put it in your face for you to see, and you get mad about it. I can't front. I was guilty. I'm still guilty of things that I see online that make me angry, that make me go, God damn it, somebody needs to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? But they do it on purpose. They do it in order to gain your rage, to gain your loyalty for their cause. They're pushing you towards something. There's people sitting behind computers. They're architects of this. These people aren't on the front lines. These people aren't going out here pulling triggers. No, they're sitting behind computers. They're sitting in fucking think tanks trying to figure out how to get you to do it. And you're the dumbass doing it. Now, what are the stages? The pre-radicalization stage, the why me phase. The individual experiences a trigger event, a sense of grievance leading to feelings of frustration, isolation, or alienation. They may feel that their life is unfair or society has failed them. At this point, they are seeking answers and a way to make sense of their negative emotions. Just like what happened to Charlie Kirk when he got shot. So many people were like, oh my God, fucking Charlie Kirk, man. They don't know what to do. And now they're so upset about it that they're willing to do something about it. Number 2, the self-identification stage, finding the answer. The individual encounters an extremist ideology or group that provides a simple and appealing explanation for their grievances. The ideology, often a clear-cut versus us versus them narrative, blaming a specific target like a political party, the government, difference between race or religion for their problems. The individual begins to identify with this group and its beliefs. Sound familiar? Yeah. Number 3, the indoctrination stage, the slippery slope, if you will. This is where the individual is actively drawn deeper into the extremist group. The process is often driven by a few key mechanisms. Number 1, the grooming and echo chambers. The individual is moved from public forums to private, closed groups like platforms like Telegram or encrypted messaging apps. In these spaces, their views are constantly reinforced and I'm sorry, I'm thinking Siri's trying to jump in here on me. Constantly reinforced, and any dissenting options are silenced. This creates an echo chamber that isolates them away from mainstream society and strengthens their new beliefs. This is what's happening with our mainstream media. Okay? They are creating echo chambers. All right? Pay attention, everyone. They are creating an echo chamber that has broad, because you can watch Fox News, but everybody doesn't watch Fox News. You know what I'm saying? A good portion of America watches fucking ABC and Jimmy Kimmel. You feel me? This is coming. All right? The dehumanization. The extremist ideology works to dehumanize the target group by portraying the enemy as evil, subhuman, or even a threat to society. The group makes it easier for the individual to justify violence against them. And listen to the rhetoric. The radical left, they're always talking about DEI. Black people don't deserve this. Look at what they're doing. And we're not listening. Some of us are, but a lot of us aren't. And if we are listening, a lot of us don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? The commitment and sunk cost. The individual begins to perform small acts of commitment to the group, such as sharing propaganda, donating money, or cutting off old friends and family. This creates skunk cost that makes it harder for them to leave the group as they have already invested so much, of their energy and identity into it. So they can't leave, even though, and this is what you have in MAGA a lot. They can't leave because they have so much invested in this cause. And to turn away from it is embarrassing. It's humiliating. It brings about another sense of not belonging, or I was wrong, now what? I mean, and that's pretty heavy to deal with. And finally, is the mobilization and action stage from belief to violence. This final stage is where the individual moves from simply holding extremist beliefs to taking action that can be influenced by a number of factors. Number one, mentorship. The individual is encouraged and guided by a mentor or a leader within the group to take the next step. Inciting events. A new event or a piece of misinformation may serve as the final trigger, or convincing the individual that the time for action is now. And we are close to that. Okay? I'm going to read the rest of this, and I'm going to give you a theory that I have, and I'm going to get the fuck out of here. The desire for status. Taking violent action can be a way for the individual to gain status within the group and prove their commitment. Okay? Now, my thing is this. Are you mad at people because you're mad at us or are you mad at people because you're being told to be mad at people? Charlie Kirk was telling people to be mad at people that these people had never even met. I'm willing to bet that people in Utah, a lot of them haven't really had a lot of interaction with a lot of people of color. It's just the way it is. I mean, look at the demographic of the state. It's crazy to me. But these people some of them never even meeting a black person, have angst towards black people because they've been told to. Now, this is my theory on this, and I'm entitled to my opinion. And I'm not saying that my opinion is right, but I think that these motherfuckers did this shit on purpose. I think, again, just like Trump, how when they were talking about what was going on with Trump, they shot at him, right? And now that they're harping down on these Epstein files, they had to take focus off of that because the base was falling apart. They needed something to galvanize the base and martyr somebody, and at the same time, something to transcend it beyond their actions. They need people for them to take action, which they're going to excuse, by the way. It's just the way that it is. They did Charlie Kirk on purpose, okay? I think Charlie Kirk was killed in order to further this movement that was fizzling out. And now that Charlie Kirk is killed, it is on 10 again. It's on 25 right now. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is on 25. They ready to get it popping out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just say the word. All the little shorts that I'm seeing all over TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, you just say the word, you're gonna awaken the giant within. You guys are looking to get your asses kicked. You guys don't want to, these colors don't run, etc., etc. All this bullshit. All this tough man, macho guy bullshit. So many motherfuckers in this country want to be a tough man, macho guy, but you're a fucking pussy. That's what you are, a pussy. Let me say it with my fucking chest and my stomach. Pussy. That's who you are. That's what you motherfuckers are. You're pussies because you don't want to talk. You don't want to compromise. You don't want to meet in the middle, and you don't want to know and find out and admit that you're fucking wrong. You're a pussy. And I'll tell you in your fucking face, any one of you, you're a fucking pussy. It's so fucking crazy. We're about to lose so many of our rights because of you motherfuckers Oh, he's the greatest. This man is wonderful. He's going to be so good for our country. Well, you're losing all your shit. In a minute, you're not going to be able to say shit either. Now, hold up. Wait a minute, Trump. I didn't think it was going to affect us. Yeah, man, it's going to affect all American citizens. Everybody. It's your fucking fault. So, try to get out of here on a good note. Look, y'all, at the end of the day, there's only one thing we can do right now, and that's get prepared. All right? Everybody needs to get prepared. Go out and get yourself prepared. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself prepared with knowledge also. Knowledge is a great weapon. You know what I'm saying? Because knowledge can dismantle hostility if applied right. There are plenty of people who have learned, quote unquote, learned the error in their ways. And usually a lot of times when people learn the error in their ways is because somebody else had a way of getting them to see that, where they couldn't see it before, where they were blind and corrupted before. One individual, maybe a couple of people saying it, made people understand and believe that maybe I'm not championing the right cause. So I implore everybody out there who is still a fan of freedom of speech, still a fan of America, still a fan of unity and love, everybody out there who is still a fan of all of these things that really make America great, then I implore you, anytime you see red hat, spread some love, man. Spread some love. Let them know, yo, for real, you're a fucking idiot. But you know what? You're an American citizen. You can come out of this, dude. You can come out of this and start pointing out all the shit that's wrong. Start pointing out all the shit that's going bad. Start pointing out all the shit that's going bad. That's all you got to do, is because they don't have a rebuttal for that. They don't have a rebuttal for all the shit that's going on. Well, how come you losing your farm? Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the will of the Lord. They don't know. Okay? They don't want to place proper blame. But a little bit of education, and you can help these people figure out who to place the blame on. Feel me? So, all right, folks. I think that's folks. All right, y'all. I'm trying to say folks and y'all at the same time. All right, y'all, folks. I'm trying to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all, man, for joining me this week for the podcast. I do appreciate it. I want to thank my parents for giving me the mouthpiece. I want to thank my wife for being the absolute biggest fan that I have. I want to thank my producer, Jesse Yandel, for being lights out every single week. I want to thank Gentry Thomas for the platform. And last but not least, I want to thank every single person out there listening to my voice right now. If you stuck around, then you motherfuckers are actual troopers. And that means you really you care and you want to make a change. And I do appreciate you. So until next week, man, you guys keep your eyes open, man. Stay woke. They don't want you to be, but stay that way anyway. I'm Deron Harris. This is my podcast. Talk to y'all next week. Peace.
You've been listening to the Deron Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DeronHarris.com.